about right, left, forward, back, anything.
So I haven't used my voice yet because I know that's going to be too hard for him. And this next one, try to get it in before he moves. So you can see his decision making there. He backed up on his own. What a cute puppy. Can I touch it? Is this
You
your
see
new
where
puppy,
our
Terry?
marker word kind of confuses the conversation, because how many times have I said, can I pet your puppy? And the raiser said yes, and it had nothing to do with the conversation that we're having.
Yeah. That would be a time when a clicker is actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
He's very cute. He is.
So I have some empty bottles. I have what could be maybe one of the all-time #1 puppy distractions, which would be toilet paper. I know if you're like me, but the toilet paper goes off the roll for a period of time when I do, because it's just way too much fun to pull that. He says, wow, that's pretty cool. So there's not much investment in these objects. In fact, I put my recycling out on Tuesday, and I'm like, why did I do that? Because there was a plethora of things. But in a short time, I was able to collect.
And again, it doesn't matter that he's looking at the objects. Our criteria is no pressure on the palate.
Nice timing of your marker. So he backed up to kind of rev up to get the toilet paper, and when he did that, his leash loosened and Tammy barked him and got him rewarded.
He's being a normal puppy. He should be curious about this stuff.
And they like toilet paper all over this.
And you see, those of you sitting and watching, most of us would want to make all these big noises. All right, let's get the puppy really distracted. You don't have to get him really distracted. Little teeny tiny things get him distracted, right? You don't have to go way overboard because we're teaching. We're not anywhere near trying to prove him. We are teaching. So we just need enough distraction to let him make a choice.
Would he make better choices if he had a couple of rounds of just what we did earlier, rather than start with distractions, don't you think?
I'm starting with reality, so actually I think he's doing just fine.
I think he's doing really
Oh,
good.
I
am too.
We need to accelerate the process a little bit as far
But what
as
I'm saying is, for
so
our raisers, we want Plan A first before we
they
move to
first
Plan
would
B.
need to stand on the leash and just mark and reward
Right.
for releasing the pressure before we added distractions, yes. But I
Good
would,
job holding out.
by standing on the leash, you give such consistent information that typically you can add distractions really quickly, particularly with a dog that has no history of pulling.
And whether it's a person or an object, the training is still the same. right? What we're looking for is still exactly the same thing.
So this would be good even for Penny, who's almost a year.
Sure.
She got to see anything.
Right, absolutely.
There's flags out front, little markers to mark the that she went after. So if you could just have moving distraction.
Right,
Got to go
absolutely.
on the street.
Yep. So we had 4 or 5 seconds that he didn't move at all. And there was no correction needed because Tammy just couldn't continue to reinforce that behavior.
And so there's kind of a 2-for-1 going on here, right? Deb is also joined in part of the distraction. So Deb is standing here, being able to work her dog, even though Melissa really is interacting with Tammy's puppy. But why not take advantage of it? So here's how you can do multiple puppies at a time. Or life just happens and you want to work on some distraction. The reason why the ground tether too is when our hands are involved, we tend to be like rubber bands. Dog goes to pull, arm goes out. That doesn't happen here. The puppy's going to always hit the same length of the leash. He actually backed up on that one. He wanted the object and he backed right away from it.
And then when he got treated, did he go back out again or did he stay back?
He stayed back.
He's watching the show. He says, this is pretty cool.
And just like they've been talking all day, right? It shouldn't be a big, exciting event when training is happening. This is somewhat boring, right? Because he's making good choices. We are setting him up to make good choices because we aren't going so over threshold that all he can do is be wrong. We're giving him plenty of opportunities to be right.